Welcome back, everyone. Jaybone here for Total Nonstop Impact. Impact talk for Impact fans. To my left, you're right. Or no, I don't think I got that right. Joining me tonight, Bill. He's not on the road anymore. He is home safe, and he is joining us tonight. We have a different crew tonight, folks, because we had a different watching experience tonight, didn't we, Bill?
Oh, yeah. This was the days of the co-stream, J-Bone, which for the most part was me and you most of the time. Obviously, we had some run-ins from people. Truck out a lot at the end here was helping us. But, yeah, the co-stream and Twitch ended with Impact Wrestling. And it was kind of short notice, if you will, that this was going to be making a change to now YouTube only, other than Access TV, obviously. And it obviously caught a lot of people blindsided. Hopefully a lot of people were able, because with a 99-cent tier, but I got to be honest with it, it wasn't easy to find on YouTube. You had to find, you had to look like there was a Slammiversary row first. Then there was a second row of all the stuff for members, and it was in the first playlist. Got to make that a little clearer. A big live thing needs to be at the top. I know that happens, with even our own videos. So I don't know why that didn't happen. They got some things to work out. It's the first week, but could have been handled a little better. Yeah.
And for those of you wondering why Trent's in the chat and he's not joining us, look, it's for his own. I think it's for his own sanity, just to put it bluntly. And Trent has a lot on his plate right now. The guy's got he's got two bands. He's got a full-time job that's way over 9 to 5 right now. He's got the podcast, and and he's not exactly thrilled with the current product. So it's a lot of different things. He's got a lot on his plate, and but he's still into throwbacks, and he does other content for the Patreon and other stuff. So he's not, we didn't fire him. We love him. Hell, we haven't even fired Kyle, and he's still around somehow. So yeah, and not everybody was available to watch the stream tonight. Mark's doing family stuff. We were able to get Truck in on the watch along. Alicia couldn't even find it, and because she used to watch it on the Twitch, she's like, "Well, then where am I supposed to watch it?" I couldn't even find it on the YouTube. So
it wasn't easy. I thought at first it was just because it was my phone, but even on the desktop, it wasn't easy to find.
Yeah. So. Tonight was going to be kind of a fly by the seat of our pants. We had a ton of people in the watch along. Where's the co-stream? What happened? Answered that several times, and I'm not complaining about that. I knew that's what we were going to be up against tonight.
Yeah, it's better than doing nothing. And I know that was kind of right. Well, we can't co-stream, so no show. We at least have to get the message out there because a lot of people didn't see it yesterday. So we had to address it in some way and not just leave everybody on the lurch. So the best we could do at that short notice was a reaction. And I'm glad you and Chuck were able to do it because in that time where I didn't think we had anything going, I had a work thing come up where someone was retiring. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll stop by. And then it's like, oh, no, we are doing a reaction show while I was pulling up to the place. So I just got out of there as quick as I could. At least I was able to join in the end. But I was staying informed on what was going on.
Bill made it the last 3 minutes of the show.
Yes. Luckily, I was there and saw most of it live.
We gave him a hearty thing. That's true. And I did a guesstimate on how many times we were going to see you bounce around from location to location in the audience. I guessed 3, and I was right. It took a while to find you, though. I didn't find you for a half an hour.
No.
You were okay. So if you're looking at the ring straight on with the stage in the background, you were off to the the one side on the left, or the other left, and about halfway back towards the main hard camera. So you weren't in all the shots. It was if a camera panned along the side, then they caught you. But most of the time, you were back in the one corner where you were for Slammiversary or somewhere like that. So
yeah, I would say that's the majority of where I show up, but you never know.
Yeah. So, yeah, and not everybody caught. I wanted to go live this afternoon about 2 hours ahead of time and give people a warning. Some people caught that, some people didn't. I tried, but, I did what I could to try to get the word out there as far as what we were going to do or what we were going to attempt to do anyway. So, yeah, so don't feel bad. Yeah, it's like Violet says, I wish I knew about it. It's okay. It's, we knew this was going to be kind of a wonky night, if I could.
Yeah, very wonky, very wonky.
Stealing that one from Trent. It's mine now, Trent. Just letting you know. Wonky is it's mine. But tonight was a great episode of Impact Wrestling. Did we want to cover any news before we?
That's what I would say. I know there's a lot on the plate there, Jaybone. Do you want to run a news, or are we going over most of the major news right now?
I mean, we could transition into a news and then cover like updated cards for upcoming shows involving Impact Wrestling people.
All right, then I'll play the music.
All right.
All right, let me just find it. I noticed everything's different. Is everything differently set up?
It is. Everything is instead of.
All right, very nice, very nice.
Yeah,
very
everything is cleaner, streamlined, and it's easier to move stuff around then. Yeah.
All right, then let's start with a little Jaybone news.
Merry Christmas.
And now, the return of Jaybone's news with Jaybone. And it's not just going to be about how you got to watch on YouTube, but it might be. So we'll see what he's got. Come on, Jaybone.
Searching for my fake wrestling news.
My fake wrestling news. All right, so yeah, and we touched on that, starting off tonight. But yeah, so the news, official part of the news is Impact Wrestling is no longer streaming new original weekly content on Twitch. Okay. They are starting to do what is called Impact Insider program.
Yes, it's Impact Insider on YouTube.
And
it is also, I guess they call it like the standard one is Impact Insider, and then there's Ultimate Insider.
The Ultimate Insider.
So Impact Insider and Impact Ultimate Insider, the 99-cent tier, which does get you the weekly, and then the Ultimate Insider, which will have the special shows and the extra content.
Right. Yeah. So if you just want to pay the 99 cents, and I know a lot of people are like, well, why do we got to pay the 99 cents? Well, the 99 cents is it's a way to get in to get you get the weekly. Like if you're not on Impact Plus for the original weekly content, then if your way of watching it was on the Twitch, whether live or through us or someone else's stream, and that's not available anymore, you can switch over to the Insider stuff for 99 cents, get the weekly episodes. Or you can get the Ultimate, which there's more original content coming. Now, the only question is, I don't know if it's on YouTube and Impact Plus, or if it's only going to be on YouTube, because in the little skit, the little trailer to the Callihan show that aired earlier this afternoon, excuse me, Scott D'Amore did say Callahan's getting his own show on Impact Plus. So I don't know if they aired this a long time ago, released it now.
I have a feeling this was all filmed for Impact Plus, but those, as we see, if you look, they have the playlist right now for the monthly specials, and it's Homecoming. Now that wasn't there. It didn't air when it aired on Impact Plus. It came on, I believe, 2 days later. So I don't know if that's how that's going to work. And it's the same thing with Impact Plus. Like, will they get the show one day and the next day it shows up on YouTube? maybe not. But I'm thinking that's the original content you're also getting there. So
yeah,
it's got to be more clear, the distinction between the two. We know a lot of the history from Impact Plus isn't on there, but as we were talking with Truck at the end, it's going to be tough to imagine most people buying both Ultimate and Plus.
Yeah,
so
see it.
We'll see how they change it up.
I had the subscription to the Twitch on the Impact Twitch channel just for the sake of like streaming or co-streaming without commercials. So I was like, so that's not, so I'm saving that money. I discontinued that. So I just transferred that over to the $4.99 for Impact Wrestling on YouTube. So I didn't really lose anything there. But I know I can understand why other people would not want to do that. But it's mainly for the new content is what I'm here for, you know. $4.99 a month. We'll see what they bring. I'll try it for a few months, you know. We'll see.
Yeah, just a tip for anyone I noticed. If you're interested in possibly the Ultimate, at least for this first month, and want to give it a shot, go to sign up for it, cancel, say, oh, I want that, go to buy it, then cancel at the last second. A screen which should pop up, they give you 50% off. So get it for $250 the first month with a little tip from your buddy Bill.
Yeah, like mine, like when I signed up today, I got a message saying, oh, well, we're not going to charge you $4.99 this month because you're already X amount of days into the month. We'll charge you $3 and whatever cents. Okay, which is nice.
They do a prorated portion.
Yeah, for like whenever you show, and then the following month will be the full price.
Okay, there you go.
So there's that, and we're going to get a multitude of opinions on that one. But by all means, let us know how and where you watched it tonight.
Yes.
And were you able to find it like you usually did? Did you have trouble? Start the discussion in the chat. Let us know how it was, because I know we saw a whole hodgepodge of messages tonight. Where is it? Oh, I found it. Oh, here it is. No, I still can't find it. I never could find it.
It's going to take a week or two probably to iron a lot of that out. And just heads up, I know some of this we were able to clear up on social media by asking a lot of questions. But for the YouTube version, access obviously starts at 8 Eastern, 7 Central with the main show, BTI the hour before. BTI still is free on YouTube and Facebook and on Access TV. So but it's not on Twitch anymore. So that's gone as well. Then for the main show, the flagship, it still starts on Access TV, obviously, on the hour. But for YouTube, it runs commercial free. And did it start at 8:30 on the dot there, Jaybone? Do you know what time it started?
No, it was more like 22.
Yeah, it started early. It started earlier than 8:30.
Yeah, it was
30 minutes because it was longer. There was longer, which seemed like when they said 30 minutes after, that seemed, I'm sure they just rounded it up, but that seemed like there were way too many commercials because the show's got to be more like an hour and 40 minutes than an hour and 30 minutes, I thought.
Yeah, it was after that.
Okay.
It was, yeah. So, but yeah, it was just, the whole thing was weird trying to find it. Like I watched the Facebook, like the Facebook BTI gave me an actual time as far as aside from watching the cable stream. So I watched that just to see how it would go. And then I had the cable TV tab and another tab ready to go. So I just kind of flowed into the other one. So that went okay, but yeah, so that covers that.
Yeah, and just one other heads up is Twitch did have the issue, and it was great that a lot of you joined us for the co-stream because it was region blocked on the Impact channel.
Yeah.
The YouTube is not region blocked. So I know it's not free 99, as the great Katie Forbes once said, but it is not region blocked either, so it is available globally, which is good. We know they're big with the YouTube, but there is a difference between free YouTube and a pay. So they are different. We'll see what happens there, and if it's the right calculation to be determined.
Yeah,
because we obviously we love Twitch. We're biased. We love Twitch because it grew our great community, which a lot of you are from either the normal stream, and obviously we love the YouTube crowd too, but we know the co-stream, that was Twitch only. So, and a lot of you came from there, and we appreciate it and hope you continue to stick around and support us, because we'll continue to be doing these reviews, all the specials, the reactions.
Oh yeah, none of that's going away. None of that's going away.
And if Impact ever needs somebody, if they want to start on the hour and get some commercials, we're only a phone call away, right, Jaybone?
Yeah. Ring-a-ding-a-ding. So yeah. Then we've got they gave us some updates tonight as far as Impact people showing up on other shows that they were promoting throughout the night. New Japan's resurgence is August 14th. I'm glad you had the date for that. Thank you. Moose is on that. Not sure who he's facing. Is that?
Ishii.
That's okay. So they just announced that within the last couple of days. What's his name? Tori?
Well, it's I don't want to butcher the first name, but I just call him. I've always called him Ishii. Because Ishii with an extra I.
Right. I mean, he's a beast. He is an absolute beast. Tremendous veteran. I cannot wait to see those two big bowls of a guy go at it.
There you go. Bell's boy, yeah.
There's
Tamahiro.
Okay. Ishii. That's Ishii, yeah. Damn, excuse me. Good Brothers are going to be on there. And
they're the ones that they're facing with John Moxley and the mystery opponent, right?
Oh, the mystery opponent, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be very interesting.
I wonder who that could be.
There's a whole slew. I mean, it could be someone from Impact. It could be someone from AEW. It could be, my first guess would be someone like Eddie Kingston.
Oh, Eddie Kingston, because they have tag history in AEW.
Right. Yeah.
I think it could be someone more like this.
Look at this dumbass.
Oh, Sami Callihan would be my next guess. Absolutely. Because around the same time, a couple months later, is it Revolver?
Oh, not even, October 30th.
That's, is the Switchblade Conspiracy is getting back together. Moxley's tagging with Callihan in that. So yeah, lots of different just laughing at the chat. Whoopsie. Twitch thugs, we lost the turf war.
Now that's great to see. That's great, because I was just saying we haven't seen Whoopsie in a while.
Yeah. Whoopsie just had a birthday, so happy belated birthday to Whoopsie. Hope you're well, brother.
Team Twitch forever, Whoopsie.
To Twitch, right? So yeah, and before we get too far into this, wherever you're watching from, thank you. Smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. If you're on Twitch, you can share bits, you can sub, follow, gift subs, all that stuff. We got some bits early tonight. I don't know if we got any subs. I didn't look, but thank you, everyone, for your continued support. We know it's a wonky evening. And we know it was kind of a pain in the butt for some people. A lot of people, actually.
And you know what? Just before we close the news, I did notice a comment here from D-Back. Let me post that. He watched on Access TV, but kept looking for it on YouTube, and there was nothing until they tweeted out a link to it 30 minutes after it started. Now, they do a commercial free, D-Back. So if they did the link, and you could rewind it while it was going, so you wouldn't miss anything.
Right.
But they may have started a couple minutes before they put the link out there, it sounds like. It sounds like it wasn't quite timed right.
Yeah. Jamie here in the chat says, "Hey Jay, why did Dark Order get a tag title match for Impact tag titles?" Yeah, so that's another one. So the Impact tag titles are on the line next AEW Dynamite next Wednesday. And that's a feud that's going on between Hangman and the Dark Order against the Elite, Kenny, Good Brothers, Young Bucks, all that stuff. It's all part of that.
So you're saying it's part of that, but maybe who booked this?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a combination of things. It's the whole it's the relationship between AEW and Impact Wrestling.
And it should make the Good Brothers look pretty strong.
It will, I'm sure. Yeah. It's frustrating if you're a Dark Order fan. So yeah, who knows? I mean, maybe the Dark Order will win, and we'll see the Dark Order. We'll see the Dark Order. Stu Grayson and Evil Uno?
There'll still always be the Super Smash Brothers to me, Jaybone.
No, it's super. Yeah, that's old school Cali. How awesome would it be though to see them on Impact Wrestling TV?
Well, yeah. First, obviously they're going to be on AEW. So everyone that did kind of say, "Oh, why aren't they on it? Why isn't Impact on TNT? What's going on here?" Not only will the belts be on there, they'll be defended on there, this is a first, right, Jaybone?
That is a first. I mean, they've had a couple singles matches, but nothing for titles. Yeah.
So we'll see.
A lot of comments in here. Trent saying, "Cut his mic." See, I know I'm going to get him in here one of these times. See, Trent will get so frustrated, he'll jump in the stream and be like, "Damn it,
now we want to blame Johnny Bravo for Twitch and Impact. I don't know if Johnny Bravo would like that.
Oh, sure, you can blame him. That's a fun one. John, but if you're going to say, you got to say it correctly. John, capital E, period.
Yeah, and not Julian Bravo here.
Oh, dear God. Julian Bravo. That must be a third cousin twice removed. All right. I'm missing something. We talked about the New Japan.
Who's also going to be touring. They've announced some tour dates, New Japan. So who knows? Yeah. Maybe Impact could show up on some of those. They're going to Texas and My Home Arena, the old ECW arena, the 2300 arena in Philadelphia.
Just down the block from you, right?
Yeah, well, not the farmers market's down the block, but
okay.
The ride into Philly, I'll always make that trip.
Trent's refusing. He's not catching the can't reel him in here. That's all right. We continue. So I feel like I'm forgetting a show. Totally forgetting one.
Oh, here's Bell's boy. Deanna's going to be in Mexico next Saturday.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, they talk about the NWA one. We'll talk about that during the review. But yeah, Deanna's. So that's Triple Mania's next Saturday.
So that means if it's next Saturday, it's the same date as Resurgence, which it could be. The 14th? Is that? I'm double checking right now.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, and I don't know what time is what.
Same date.
Oh,
so that's a busy day, man. A lot of Impact people are going to be on some cards that day.
All right, well, we'll double check the times. I don't know what time.
Yeah, the times could be different because you got 8 o'clock West Coast for Resurgence. So they're probably within an hour or two of each other.
Oh, then that one's going to be starting a little earlier.
Yeah.
If it's 8 o'clock West Coast.
Yeah, then the Triple Mania should start first.
Yeah, it might be earlier in the afternoon. Who knows?
Although I did see this. This should be news. T. Hughes. Dixie did make an appearance on this week's Ring of Honor.
Oh, yeah, because they're talking about that women's tournament, right?
Correct.
Congratulations to the women that did move forward in that. I saw clips of a few matches. It's just great to see them with, really kicking their women's division back into gear. I know it's, everybody was hurting one way or another during the pandemic, but right before the pandemic, I know their division kind of took a dive. So,
and I don't know if it was this week or next week. Chelsea's in tag action there. So she's wrestling there as well, obviously as Impact.
How is she doing? That's wild. That's wild. So is she part of the tournament or is she just wrestling?
That I know she's been doing commentating. I don't know if she's part of the tournament. I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah,
but she's starting to wrestle in some capacity.
I saw her on commentary in a few clips, but okay.
I thought you were going to say you saw her during a commercial on AEW last night.
Oh, we saw that too. That is the best beer commercial I've seen in a long time.
You're a Pabst man, Jaybone. Pabst man. Sponsor Jaybone.
Absolutely. Hopefully. Coming to a YouTube channel near you. No, if you guys watched AEW last night, Trent's gonna fucking hate me for this. If you watched AEW last night, there was a certain commercial that aired last night.
Well, that was mainly Impact talent in that commercial, so it's fair.
It was. You got.
There was also your nephew Paul told me there was a commercial for Impact last night.
See, I missed that. Maybe that's what he was talking about. No,
okay. I'm not sure if it was this commercial or another one. That I don't know. Cannot speak to it.
There was also a naked hornswoggle, a naked swoggle at the end of the commercial. It was absolutely hilarious. It was like a drone shot looking down at the pool, and he was in one of those floaties, and he had like a belt over his midsection.
Oh, that's the same as he had one of his micro brawlers made like that.
Yeah.
Where he's just wearing a belt. Yeah.
Right. So I laughed so hard because I think he shared a picture of that on one of his social medias last night or to sometime recently. But yeah, so yeah, Chelsea Green, Mark Sterling.
Yep, Smart Mark
Sterling, Brian Myers, and of course Matt, always ready Cardona. We're in the commercial having a little beer ski party.
It's always ready.
Yes. So yeah. Pretty cool.
And I don't think there's a connection, but obviously rest in peace, beautiful Bobby Eaton.
Oh yeah. The wrestling world lost a few people, and sadly I can't say much about Bobby Eaton or the other gentleman who passed away. He had some ties to early
the one
TNA.
that hosted Early Explosion with Borash.
That's what I heard.
Well,
yes.
That was Prentice.
Yeah, he had a mask or something.
Oh no! Now you're talking about the one that was in the tag team with Axe before Demolition, the Masked Assassins.
Oh, okay. So there was three of them. Okay.
There's been quite a few lately. Sadly,
the Assassin and yeah. So yeah, rest in peace to all of them. I would have loved to have said more about, especially about Bobby Eaton, but sadly I didn't watch a lot of his stuff. I watched a lot of stuff way back in the day. Sadly, his stuff was just not just the Midnight Express stuff. Just wasn't some of it. But yeah. I watched a lot of like I don't know what it was even called way back then. WCW, NWA.
You're probably the same thing. Like because I saw a little bit of Bobby back with that stuff, but my big thing with Bobby was in WCW with Paul Lee and the Dangerous Alliance.
Oh,
when he was stunning Steve Austin, beautiful Bobby Eaton.
Oh, he was part of that. Oh,
yeah. Okay. Ravishing Rick Rude was in there at some point.
And that was right before Steve. That was like right before Steve left.
Yeah, well, he was stunning. I think he was TV champion. He was feuding with Sting at the time for the TV title.
That's right.
And then he goes a little later, like it's probably maybe 2 years after that. He winds up in ECW, becomes Superstar Steve, and then becomes Stone Cold.
That's it. But I know the Midnight Express is one of the most loved classic tag teams from back in the day, from World Championship. What was it even called? There's so many different ones from back then. Is it World Championship Wrestling or is it something else?
Which one?
That he was in the Midnight Express with against everyone.
Yeah. Well, it was probably mainly NWA.
Was it NWA?
Yeah, it was Crockett. It was the Crockett territories back then.
Okay.
With Cornette and company.
Cornette, yeah, infamously with them against the Rock and Roll Express and so many.
Yeah, they had some, but yeah, there was all kinds of Mid-South wrestling, all things like that, but farther back before.
Yeah. So, yeah, rest in peace to all those gentlemen. My heart goes out to all the fans and family and everyone alike. So, anything else I'm missing from news? I think that's about it.
I believe so. I don't think anything unless anything happened today. Like there's like minor things of where people are kind of like a lot of like Deanna was doing a lot of press in Nashville because the next set of TV tapings are next Sunday, the 15th, 16th, and 17th in Nashville.
It's coming up this next week, and they even announced the next set of tapings is September mid-teens for like it was like 17th, 18th, and 19th, something like that.
I believe something like that. Yes,
that goes on sale next week as well.
Yes. Now I do see UK's own TNI UK's own Bison is in the chat, and it sounds like he watched the show. If Bison does, Trent saying jump in the chat and jump in the stream. If the Bison man, if he's up for it at this hour, let us know and we will shoot you over if you want to hop on in. The question is, does he have the balls, Jaybone?
Does he? Yeah. So give the bell a tickle. I'm still not used to that one. That's got to be a UK thing. So yeah, if you want to jump in, Bison, let us know. We'll send you the link. You're more than welcome. But yeah, we're gonna jump into this now. So this is for Bison has the beefalo. Okay, but that does that mean you want to join us or not?
Bison has the beefalo. Where's the scumbag when you need him?
Yeah, right. It's supposed to be the summer of scum. Sadly, we have not seen him much. I cut Bison's mic. All right. So we start out here. We'll talk a little bit about BTI. So the Iceman's intel. I mean, everything was like a look back at.
Now, this is the one thing I did miss, Jaybone. Sadly, I missed the Iceman's intel. So you're going to be revealing it to me right now.
So Iceman's intel said that Deanna's opponent for the NWA Empower event is backstage and might be revealed tonight.
Oh, which we later do see happening.
We did, yeah. So that was a lovely little tease. So that got some conversation going. Like, okay, who do you think?
Gave us a tickle.
He did. He was a little, hey, here's a little something for you. So yeah, that was and he also said that Deanna Prazo is training with Invicta's the young lady.
Yes.
I can't remember her name. I apologize. What's her name again?
Oh, it's not an easy put off the top of the tongue. Somebody in the chat probably does know. If you give me a second, I can get it. Hold on a sec.
It's in here somewhere.
Yeah, because it's
But he said that Deanna Prazo has been training with her. Yeah, I don't have it. Because she's going down to Mexico next week, and her title for title against was it Fabi Apache at Triple Mania?
Yes.
So that's why she's training with her just to get ready. Yeah.
Yeah, Alicia Zappatella.
That's it. Alicia Zappatella. And so I don't know if Deanna is going to train to do MMA or if it's just to, just to toughen up, get ready, because it's tough down there, those women down there mean business.
Yeah, I think Deanna's kind of said she's not looking to go MMA, like she's not looking to get into that. But I think it's, hey, you can learn some stuff. Maybe add a little twist on an arm bar here and there. Why not?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So
some more limb work, Jaybone.
She might pull out some new moves against Fabi Apache. We'll have to see. And
I have a selfie with Fabi Apache somewhere. Not a selfie, like a picture taken from a lucha show. So maybe that goes on the Instagram.
She's been around a long time. But I think we might get that young lady from Invicta in an Impact ring. I have a feeling.
I think that could happen. It's just where you got to book it right. You can't. I'm thinking like I wouldn't go one-on-one because that when you start getting MMA, we've seen that in the past. It's not easy booking because an MMA fighter, if they don't win, that doesn't look good for them unless they're maybe retired or getting out of it. It's tough for them to lose.
Right. And they are different. You got to learn how to work it. So I hope it isn't something that just gets done immediately. If it does happen eventually and it's done right, I got no complaints. We've seen it in wrestling for decades, honestly. So we'll see. We'll see. So that's the Iceman's intel. A lot of hints at what's going on with Deanna Praza later tonight. Then we get the match, Crazy Steve with Decay.
Crazy over, we'll just call him.
Oh my God, Decay, yeah, that's stealing the show here. With both of them honestly, versus Flava with No Way. What was that? I know you're not supposed to say that. We can say it; they can't say it. But number one, this is still kind of like aftermath from Homecoming. From that tournament, the King and Queen tournament. So playing off of that, the hype from the crowd, it was just a lot of fun to watch this. And the crowd stole the show on this one. It did this match took like 5 minutes to get going just because of all the interactions with the crowd. What'd you think of this, Bill?
Oh no, this was great. I think I said it on. It may have been the Slammiversary review. I forget whatever one I said right after that, or it's probably the first show once I got back, and it was. I said Crazy Steve was like an MVP of the tapings. Crazy Steve was super over, and that's Rosemary's completely over, but Steve was even, and I think it was just because you could tell. Steve was so into it. He wanted to be back in front of fans, and he was really enjoying it. Like he couldn't not. Like I just remember, like I think I was just yelling at him half the time. It's like he would come out and be like, "Let's go, Steve!"
Yeah, Lakers here. Hashtag taste like.
We were all like Steve. And Lakers. We were all like Lakers in the crowd.
Yeah.
We were all caps locked out.
Volume turned up. Yes. Yeah.
It does taste like Ba. Tastes like Ba.
Tastes like Ba, the yes, and the no, no's, and all that stuff. It's so much fun. It's just a reminder of how much you really missed fans in a moment like this for someone like, especially for Flava, when that's half his gimmick is, him doing this and the crowd reacting to it, So, I'll still pop for it when he does it on TV without a crowd, but it means so much more.
Both Steve and Ba depend a lot on fan interaction, and it's evident. But it was great. These are favorites. I think a lot of people that we've seen, I know even like Alicia, Trent, like us, these are some of our favorites here. Yeah. And to see them get the platform on BTI was great to see.
It was a lot of fun. Crazy Steve gets the win here with Decay. Would have liked to see Falaba get a win just because, of course, you can call it 50-50 booking or whatever you want to call it. Decay was overly successful with the exception of the end of the tournament at Homecoming, but this just continued the success for Decay. So it's also good for them,
and I want to get Ba wins as much as anybody, but being there, you had to go with Steve. It's just Decay was so over.
Yeah.
Like I said, I probably, if it was me, I probably would have audibled at Homecoming and had them win the whole thing because they're just so over as an act right now.
Well, and it really would have been interesting seeing them with the crowns and how they would have reacted.
It would take a total different direction.
Just like, why do we put these on our heads? And just that whole reaction would have been just gold. Yeah. What now? You being there, and I'll ask you this all night, pretty much. What were your thoughts on the? Now this is after Slammiversary. This is after No Way. What was it? Debuted, and they're doing the conga line. Was this fun to see this again? Was the crowd? It seemed like the crowd was really into it.
It was fun, and I think the crowd gets into it. I think I know it was started at another company, but that whole thing, it works. It works for him. So you should use it. It's to his benefit to use it. I will say personally, the first one, I don't know if it'll ever get topped because it had Johnny Bravo and Swinger in a coconut bikini.
I don't know who any of these jabrones were in the line.
Well, I think that's the point, is you're not supposed to know who they are. Like maybe 6 months from now or a year from now, you're like, oh, wait, that was this person that I now see. You really shouldn't recognize them. But I thought it was fun that they were putting a couple of people you did recognize. Like putting Lish in there. I think that's great. To get some of the people on, but once again, it depends what angle you do with them, because then you kind of want them to stick around. You don't want them to just go right out and leave the stage. Like if they're just walking in and running out, then that's one thing. But so they're probably handling it the right way. But the crowd pops for it, so I'm not good. Like it is enjoyable. It adds something to it. Now, if he were to get a big run and you see it all the time, could it get old? Maybe. I don't know. I've only seen it a few times so far, but I like it.
As to get to know the person and the gimmick, it's good the first handful of times, but to do it every single time, it's going to get old. The music, fine, it gets people hyped, but I don't think they need it like every time going forward.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So, but we'll see.
Pick your spots with it at some point.
Right. We'll see
maybe
how they do
shows, things like that.
Yeah, bigger audiences, and then you get a bigger pop, once like that.
Yeah, like obviously, if this was still no audience, it'd make no sense. It would just seem stupid without an audience.
Right, and that's why you do a gimmick like this, is to pop the crowd.
You're correct.
You get them excited, and that's why I'm so glad to see someone new like this comes in, because it just completely reinvigorates Falaba's energy and charisma. Completely, because Fala, nothing against Falaba, but him doing the same gimmick for a while with the Baz and whatever, and if they're not pushing him, it's like, okay, what are we doing with him? Now you put a guy like No Way Jose with him. Oh, I said it again. If you put that guy with him, and then you take a look. I mean, if you look back at this segment and just ignore No Way and just look at Falaba, dude, he is grinning ear to ear. He is dancing. He is having a blast.
Oh, yeah. He was loving it.
He is.
It's fun.
So
it's
good for everyone, after a fashion.
Zach Bonifer saying, waiting for a TNI member or two in the conga line. Look out.
Well,
they probably wouldn't recognize us, Jaybone, so maybe we could fit in with some Hawaiian shirts. You never know.
You put a big lay on me. You put a weird shirt on me and a big ass goofy hat and maybe some shades, and they'd have no clue. It'd be the Bone Man, you know. No.
Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah, put a wig on. Exactly. The wig might give it away. Be like, oh, I recognize those curls. That's absolutely the Bone Man. All right, we continue. We start out here hot with Chris Bay, and I was so confused going into this because I thought this was a tag match. I had to scribble out notes and retake them. Oh, I was a hot mess tonight. But the whole night was kind of wonky. So we got Chris Bay with Jay White in his corner versus one half of Finn Juice Robinson. I didn't even write out Robinson. I was in such a hurry.
Your Juice.
I mean,
that's it. That's all you need to know.
Juice. I wrote Juice Robin. Sorry, Bill almost spit out his. Bill almost spit out his tea. And of course, David Finlay there at ringside. And this is covering a couple different things here. The whole thing with Chris Bay, with Jay White. There's also the feud between David Finlay and Jay White. Jay White defending his never open weight 24/7 intercontinental.
Settle down.
I'm forgetting a few. I'm sorry.
Cut his mic. But you're talking about feud, Jaybone. I think there's a feud going on here with Trent. He's taking Wonky back on Tuesday. Wait. He's taking Wonky back. Yeah. Come on, Jaybone. Take it with me, Jaybone.
I'm not putting that over. He's taking Wonky back. Yeah.
Take it to the club.
Oh God, it's going to get naughty in here. And no, you're not, Trent. No.
See?
Dad jokes all night. Look out, mother truckers. This was a lot of fun. Like I said, it's covering a couple different things here. It's this road of Chris Bay. Is he going to join the Bullet Club? What is? Yeah, there we go. Trent's got it perfect here. Never open, closed chain link fence, purple monkey dishwasher weight championship.
I've had purple monkey dishwasher beer. It's pretty good.
Is that real? Is that really?
That's a craft beer.
Is it with or without bubbles?
It has bubbles.
Oh, hopefully not too many.
Not too many.
Okay.
You get too much head, you got to cut off the head. Jaybone.
Dear God. We still talking about beer? All right. What did you think of Chris Bay and Juice Robinson?
Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving Chris Bay. Once again, like Steve, another guy that totally over at the tapings. Crowd's loving Chris Bay. And it's great to see because I was a Bay fan from the get-go. I think he's won over a lot of people over this time. And now getting this rub with New Japan and now the Bullet Club. Bullet Bay? Are you kidding me? They got to start selling that T-shirt, Shop Impact. We need a Bullet Bay shirt. I want Bullet Club gear for my man Chris Bay. Make it happen. You know what?
I'm gonna go there. Oops.
Like they should have one out now, honestly. As soon as he got the T-shirt, they should be selling Bullet Club merch.
Now I don't know if that was just a regular. I think
it was just the standard, which you should get. But now, once you're in the Bullet Club, you get your own version of a shirt. Usually.
Right. I am going into shopimpact.com right now. I am clicking on shirts and I'm looking here. Okay, so we got Machine Gun, Ace Austin, Bound for Glory, Myers, Virtuoso, Decay, Chris Bay's regular shirt with the neon. I am not. See, by the way, that new Decay shirt with the ladies, badass. Thick Mama Pop. I am not seeing a new one here. Moose has a new one.
Yeah, they do have a couple new shirts. They don't have one there yet, but it'd be great if they did.
Hopefully soon. That'd be great. Even if it's what is this, limited edition? Oh, Rich Swan's got a limited edition.
Oh, yeah, Rich and Trey have the limited edition shirts, yes.
Those are pretty cool.
They are.
Hopefully, either on Pro Wrestling Tees, in the New Japan shop, or here in Shop Impact, either or.
Wait. Hold on. We're asking about these shirts. I think Scott Demore has something for us while we're asking for these custom shirts.
Hold on, calm down, just breathe.
Hey, if we got a hard AF shirt, I mean, come on, we got to get a Bullet Club shirt. So
come on. That's a great shirt, Jaybone. You can put it right next to your other favorite shirt.
Oh God, no. See, this is actually one of my favorite shirts right here. Walking Weapon.
Walking Weapon.
Best $5.
I have that shirt as well.
Best $5 I ever spent on a shirt. That is an amazing looking shirt. Chris Bay gets the win here, and he is handed a Bullet Club shirt when he hits the top of the ramp, celebrating his win. Thank you, Zach. I am not hard.
Big win over Juice.
Yeah, big win, and joining the Bullet Club. Not a bad combo. So we'll have to see where this goes.
Love the New Japan relationship. Love it.
Yeah. So far, this has been a lot of fun with the different people we've seen on there. They even talked about on Resurgence that Tanahashi was going to face Lance Archer.
Yes, for the U.S. belt, right?
Yes, the New Japan U.S. title. Yes. I mean, shut up and take my money. Just that match.
Good match. Good looking match.
Oh, my God.
Love the ace.
In fact, I think we're going to see the classic stylings of a Lance Archer, a.k.a. formerly known as Dallas, in the throwback soon.
Dallas. That's quite a few names.
Cousin of Kid Cash. Yeah, that's coming soon. I can't wait. I looked ahead a little bit just out of curiosity because the tag division was getting a little wonky. So I'm like, okay, we need something. Sure enough, we're getting it. So,
Guillermo here. Ooh, fantasy book this one. This is pretty good.
Uh-oh. Archer versus Moose. Oh, my God. Someday.
Yeah, well, Bell's Boy, I did see that. That was made during the show, so we'll cover that when we get to the segment about a match. Because you did mention maybe saying a news matches that were made for upcoming shows.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to hit them as we get through them, J-Bone, but I know there were some matches made.
Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, we did get a few emergence matches tonight, along with
look at Trent. He's saying bring Guillermo in. Guillermo? I've never met Guillermo, but I hear Guillermo. Am I crazy? That's who we said the other night is up there with Lakers and probably would be the most profanities ever.
I think so.
we see what Trent's up to here. Kid show.
He's trying to destroy the show. He's gonna inject a poison. He calls him his little brother. Oh boy, we know about little brothers. Actually, I don't know anything about little brothers. I'm a single kid. So, all right, we continue. So yeah, Bay's in the Bullet Club. Next, we got the Drama King out in the ring by himself.
Drama.
Matthew Raywald. Wow, does the crowd let him have it? I mean, they were all excited when he debuted.
Yeah.
Now that he won the tournament with Deonna Purrazzo, that completely took a 180.
And remember, that was against Decay, too. That matters here.
Yeah, I suppose that does. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to turn because usually most people when they debut for a company are going to be a face. They're going to be like, hey, I know that guy. Yay. But after seeing all of Homecoming and going against Decay, the beloved Decay, he's not they don't like the Drama King no mo.
Yeah, this is true. Now that he's got the crown on his head. So he's out there and he introduces his queen, Deonna Purrazzo, and then gets a little hardcore out there. And yeah, Swag Fan said, hey, you still suck. I was like, wow. That didn't take long.
Yeah, they're like, well, we haven't seen you that long, but you still suck.
Right? I don't even remember them chanting that when he was around before, man. He used to get pops for his performances and stuff. At least I remember.
This is an Impact crowd. This is a different crowd here, Jaybone.
It is.
We don't take kindly to people up north.
Yeah, people up north. But that's the thing, though. He hasn't been in a ring on TV in like a year and a half because he was let go in that first bunch 2 Aprils ago.
Yeah.
So interesting. But I mean, I'm excited about it because I know his talents, but it's still fun to boo.
No, he's made an impression so far.
He has. People shouldn't be so critical of him. But so he introduces Deonna Purrazzo. She comes out, and then it gets hardcore because Mickie James comes out.
Wait a second. Hold on. We got a hardcore country.
Hardcore country, yes. Wow. And the ladies,
are you going to make it through this segment, Jaybone?
Truck was having a chuckle at my expense because I was like, man, it's getting warm in here.
Ooh.
We'll just say that
the vapors.
The ladies were looking lovely tonight. Oh my goodness, the dress of the queen and the
what was there a dress with Mickie?
Mickie James' shirt. We'll just say it was a little low cut.
That was a deep V.
That was one of the deepest V's I ever seen. My God. Absolutely lovely. It's got the fan going behind me. It's not doing a damn thing. So she comes out to inform Deonna Purrazzo. She's got a folder of paperwork and stuff. And saying that, we've done all this stuff fairly professionally, but we've done it on a handshake. And it's time to sign some papers. She's got the papers. And so Deonna Purrazzo's like, yeah, sure, I'll sign papers, but I don't even know who my opponent is yet. And I'm thinking, I mean, an easy one would be, it's going to be me.
That's where I thought it was going.
Yeah. So, but we got a surprise.
We did get a surprise.
A
debut, a Impact TNA debut.
It wasn't Missy Hyatt.
That's enough out of you, Jaybone. We love Missy Hyatt.
I was a little worried. I'm not going to lie. But no, we got Melena. Coming down to the ring. She is going to be Deonna Purrazzo's opponent at NWA Empower. Fill in the date. I don't remember the date.
The end of August.
28th?
Maybe.
End of August.
Friday of August.
The two dates are back to back as far as the anniversary show.
It's the NWA anniversary show and then TV. So,
there you go. Yeah. So, your thoughts on Melena showing up in the Impact Zone?
I was surprised by this. Maybe not as surprised as Missy Hyatt, but pretty darn surprised.
Yeah.
Because I was not expecting her, but I guess she has been around like she was doing. And I got to look at, because she was doing some stuff with NWA, wasn't she?
She was. I believe she was tagging with Thunder Rosa when Thunder Rosa first came in.
Like early, the first round, like pre-pandemic NWA?
Yes, when they really were kicking things off with that small audience of about 200-ish.
And I know she was doing a lot at SWF, Fury, where Morrissey was before he showed up here. Actually, she was managing him, I believe, wasn't she?
She was, I think. And I'm trying to remember who else was coming out with Milena and Thunder Rosa. I want to say Marty Bell was another one of the ones.
Who's in the Ring of Honor tournament?
Was she in that too? Nice. It's nice to see some of these ladies making their rounds and going different places. It's great to see. So yeah. Courtney here asking, wasn't Milena in I think she meant TNA.
Yeah.
She was TNA. She was never part of the podcast. All right. TNA, there we go.
Not to my knowledge. I'm pretty sure she wasn't. I may have missed it, but I do not think she made, because she had that big run with WWE. So I don't think she ever showed up, because that was like the early TNA, like where she would have showed up. I just don't think she ever crossed over.
There's someone that looked like her that had a match a handful of years ago in TNA. And I can't remember who it was, but her match was just god awful. You were in the front row too. I remember you're in the video.
Wait.
That's in Florida.
Are you talking one of the infamous? They say is like one of the worst matches ever matches.
Yes.
You're talking about the. I know who you're talking about. It was not her. It was not her. Come on, Jaybone.
No, that wasn't her. And your reaction to the stuff that was going on was priceless. Because as soon as said woman literally falls out of the ring, you were in clapping mode, and you like stopped mid clap, and we're like,
that was a matinee there, Jaybone.
Yeah, you had to look on your face like, what in the hell am I watching? Dear God.
Well, there was many reasons for that.
So many. Yeah, I can't remember.
It was, hold on, it was Shelly Martinez.
Picture.
What was her name? Her name in Impact. I'm trying to remember where. I'm forgetting her for a second. Her name in Impact.
She's a vampire chickie poo. I don't know. She was,
yeah.
That's it. Shelly Martinez. God bless her. But anyways, while you're looking that up, we continue. So yeah, Milena versus Deonna Purrazzo at NWA Empower. Really excited to see that.
Yeah.
And then we got
Salinas in the Latin American Exchange.
Oh, that's right.
She was mainly a valet. She didn't wrestle much.
Yeah, she was with.
But she'd come back. She was like that when she showed up. That was a return. She had been gone for a couple of years.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Gia. Let's see. Was it right? Yeah. Okay. So Gia Miller's out there with Taylor Wilde next, asking her, it's like, where you been the last few months? Taylor Wilde explains that she had some travel issues, that someone had put in a phone call saying that she was a suspicious individual, and found out that she backtracked it to Neil. And Caleb with a K.
Those troublemakers.
Yes, causing trouble, international trouble. I mean, that's not trouble. That's serious trouble.
Yeah, you call some international. You guys, look out.
Yes, Mir. Sorry, mean. Woo! By God, Gia. Yes, absolutely. So great to see Taylor Wilde back, and she wants a match with Tennille Dashwood. I believe that's happening next week. Is that happening next week? I don't know if that was confirmed or not. I know it's coming up.
It's a good question. I'm seeing. Actually, I am checking to see what Impact is putting out there for the card for next week.
They usually put up a few. Or it might be on their site as well.
Oh, they have some nice emergence graphics, too. We'll go over them as we get to those matches, but there's pretty cool graphics out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are always fun, too. And by the way, everyone, we're just past an hour into this. If you're just hopping on there. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button. If you're on Twitch, you can sub, cheer bits, gift subs, all that stuff to help the channel grow. On the YouTube, super chat is going to be coming soon. You got to go through like a process to get to it. I just started the process behind the scenes. So that is also going to be another way you can help support the show.
Very
coming
cool.
soon. Then we got Kimberly.
Yeah, it is next week. Bonus Baby is correct.
It is.
Scott Demore made it for next week.
Awesome. Bonus Baby with the, what is that, a profile pic of the
let's see.
hand of, is that a hand of Matt Hardy? Is that who that is?
I don't know. He might be MDK in us. He might be a Nick Gage guy. I don't know.
Oh, I thought that was a Matt Hardy thing.
Could be. A lot of these hand symbols are very similar.
Yeah. So, all right. It could be he's from 1921 something. I don't know. Anyway, Kimberly and Su Yung in a promo. Kimberly asking Su Yung if she can. I forget how she worded it. Fill in the blanks here.
Yeah, the wording. I watched it real quick on Twitter when they put it, but I can't give you the exact words on the Twitter box.
She's basically asking Su Yung if she could be the one to help her get more souls or whatever, destroy souls, whatever.
You know, someone in the chat probably got the verbatim particulars.
But I love this. This is great. Kimber Young. Sue Lee? No.
Sue Lee.
This is refreshing for Kimberly. I really like this. She needed something like this. And not that she wasn't great before. She is absolutely one of the best women wrestlers on the roster. But she, with the end of the whole thing with Deonna Purrazzo, she needed something now to refresh her gimmick. And this was a huge kick up. Her being for now we'll say the undead bride to Su Yung.
Yes.
Although
now, what are your early thoughts on this? Are you liking the change, Jaybone? I know we haven't seen a lot yet. Because I know we kind of talked about it. I think we're all big Kimberly fans.
Yeah.
But at least the look, the gimmick, we needed a change. Because she went a certain way with that for a while. So it needed to be kind of switched up a little bit. Could have went a couple different ways. I wasn't actually, even though you knew Susan was Sue, I never really thought about an undead Kimber until it happened. But I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. I like it. Like, I thought it might be we get the hardcore deathmatch Kimber, which I was seeing a little on the indies. But this is great.
No, it's refreshing. It's something completely out of left field, and it's gonna work. It's just like Havoc joining Decay. It fits. And we've seen Havoc deal with the undead realm before, so that was perfect. This is something completely different for Kimberly, but it's refreshing in a good way. So, and now what's going to be interesting is to see if she is just like a pet to Su Yung, or is she going to still do the same in ring, or even become more violent in ring? I hope she at least stays the same in ring. Like she can.
That's going to be interesting because in the past, like when Two Scoops, Casey Spinelli was the undead maid of honor.
Yes.
She would wrestle a totally different style than her normal style, and we always make such a big deal out of Su Yung to Susie to Susan. There's totally different move sets, but usually the undead. Now, Dark Alley was different from the rest of that. Dark Alley didn't wrestle like the zombie bridesmaids.
Yeah.
But most of the other ones did have the movement. like the zombie movement about him. So I'm not sure. I hope it's more because that's obviously Kimber's biggest strength is her wrestling ability.
Yes.
So I wouldn't want to adjust it slightly, like twist it up a little bit, but still use her basis of moves, I would say.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see and hear. Bonus Baby says Kimber was calling Sue mother.
Oh. Yeah,
that was also very interesting.
In that case, whose father?
So yeah, it's in the fact that Sue. I'm using my quote fingers here for those listening on audio. Gave birth to this new character, this new persona of Kimberly. This she's obviously possessed or whatever you want to give the term. So yeah, I'm excited. Something different.
It is, and that's one thing Impact always does. They switch it up, and they're always doing new things like this. So doesn't like the storytelling never gets stale. Like they always had a little tweak in there.
Yeah, and the fact that they're modifying Su Young's voice so that it's even deeper and it's like, oh god, it was scary. It was legit like whoa, made you jump a little bit. Like
scared Jaybone.
What is going on here? I don't mean like scared as in I'm not going to watch. Just something like, oh, it surprises you,
You mean it's as scared as I get every time I see this.
Hey, Impact Wrestling. It's great to be here tonight.
Oh, God, it's
scary. It haunts my dreams, Jaybone.
But that's a friendly Tony. It's whenever Tony Khan comes out with the microphone and he starts using his deeper voice, that's when it gets really scary.
What's his deep voice? Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks?
He comes out with the microphone. He's like, all right, motherfuckers, you guys better stop your shenanigans and your bullshit. You just stop it right now. And gets really scary.
And see, that's Tony when he gets all,
So now you can have a conversation between high-pitched Tony and the old prospector.
Oof. might need a couple beers for that one if I'm going to mix that shit up. But my head might fall off. All right, we continue. So yeah, great promo with Kimberly asking Su Yung, Mother May I, all that stuff. Good stuff. Then we get an intense four-way here. This is for the #1 contendership for the X Division Championship. Who is going to face Josh Alexander at Emergence? The next special coming up on the 20th, I believe. Friendly Tony is cringy, especially when he's talking 100 miles an hour. Those pressers. Oof! Look out, Tony. Trey Miguel versus Rohit Raju versus Daivari is back.
Ooh.
Oh my God, Daivari!
Just when you think he's out, they pull him back in.
I will never say anything bad about this Daivari at his age, looking this amazing in the ring and physically. I mean, he is a specimen. Absolutely. It's inspiring. When a guy like that comes in, it should make all the younger wrestlers look at him and be like, damn, that's where I need to be.
Yeah.
Especially at that age. I don't know how old he is. What is he, like 50? No, not quite. But Bell's boy, holy shit, Jaybone Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck.
You're going to have to explain that one to me later.
This is the good stuff.
Yeah, there you go. More of that, please. Great match. Jake something coming off with a win here. What are your thoughts on this four-way?
Well, this is interesting because obviously you're switching it up a little bit because now we're seeing Jake really enter like full-time X Division status. And that's the kind of, what do you see now? They're switching it up. Like this is the no limits mindset of the X Division, but that's given us Josh Alexander. because Josh isn't your typical X Division guy either. But I think everyone's been thrilled with him as champion.
Yeah.
But if you call yourself an X Division purist, but really it started as it's not the cruiserweight division. I think there's always this misconception that the X Division is a cruiserweight division. It is not. It never has been.
Right.
At times, it's predominantly light heavyweights, cruiserweight type people in there, just because usually that's who's more in a mid-card title chase than the main event title chase. Usually, that's just circumstance. But that's not what that belt is. It is the secondary title because anybody can go for it, and it has option C. You got to remember that is always out there. So that is that title. So I think this is a good spot for Jake. And I think the idea of him versus Josh Alexander is a pretty intriguing match. So I'm for that. And he's a big man, Jake, but he is pretty athletic. He does some things. Like he'll go over the top rope, he'll crash and burn. He can definitely hang with the X Division. Nothing wrong there.
Oh yeah. And we got a hint of this a few months ago when Rohit Raju was doing those open challenges, and he got Jake something as a challenger. And that was when he was still a Jake Diener, I think. Mm-hmm. Wasn't it?
Yeah, that was when it was like the Nor versus the Diener feud. Yep.
Yes. So that was refreshing to see. Now, Jake something's really coming into his own. He's his own persona. He's away from the Dieners and all that stuff. He's really something. If you saw, because I've been promoting this on and off on Smash's podcast as well, cheap plug, AEW's match at one of their last specials was Jake something versus Josh Alexander.
AAW.
Did I say AEW?
It's easy enough to do.
It was a Freudian slip. AAW out of Chicago, the one, the company where Trent works at. He does production for. They had an absolute balls to the wall match. Absolutely amazing.
You can't go wrong with that match.
Yeah. So I can't wait for this. They can absolutely have. It'll be. Depending on what else they put on the card, it has the potential. I mean, we say this about the X Division a lot, but it really does have the potential to be match of the night.
It does. Those guys, they can tear it down. And we got to give kudos. Josh Alexander, is there a debate? Is he right now, so far, the Impact Wrestler of the Year?
Oh, yeah, I think you got to give it to him.
Big time matches in.
I'll say he's top 3 because I know some people would say Moose, some people would say Saban, some people would say Josh Alexander, some people would say maybe someone like Sami Callihan or Eddie Edwards. You've got a multiple of people you could say are at the top of the company as far as in-ring ability right now, but Josh Alexander is absolutely. He's taking that X Division to another level right now, in a good way. Absolutely,
X Division, man, it's deep right now.
Yeah. So Jake something gets the win here, and Josh Alexander. I think I'm skipping ahead here. There's.
Well, let's see.
So first we get a thing here with Matt Cardona facing off with Rohit. Now I must have missed something here. How did these two end up face to face in the locker room? And then Chelsea and Shira's there too.
Yeah, because Rohit and Shira are complaining about the outcome of the match just then, and then you're right. Then like Matt Cardona just like kind of shows up, and then Shira and Raju like they kind of leave, like so it kind of, but they're obviously laying the groundwork for I guess a future match upcoming, maybe as soon as next week. I don't know, but it could be. They're kind of having now with these guys, getting them involved.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. If you get you're in the right place at the wrong time, and you start a little beef, and I want a match. And, hey, that's fine. That's simple. That's how you want to book it. That's fine. It doesn't always need to be a long, drawn out 3-month process to get a match. I mean, that's old school, but that's how Impact does a lot of their stuff on the fly to move stuff along, keep stuff
there. Observe
busy.
It. Rohit threw something and it hit Chelsea.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He said something like it hit Chelsea or it almost hit Chelsea, something to that effect. Yeah, thank you, Mir. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now that you say that, it does ring well. Yes.
And kudos to Luke, who said he's new here. So welcome, Luke Bridge. But Joe Doring is his number 3 in Impact. And a show can't go by that I don't acknowledge Joe Doring. And he's number 3 by you, Luke Bridge, but number 1.
Number 1 in the heart. Number 1 in the hearts of Jaybone.
In your heart, Jaybone, number 1.
Oh, number 1. Okay.
Ooh.
Dear God. Heart palpitations. Thank you, Joe. So yeah, we'll have to see if Rohit and Matt Cardona end up in a match. I don't imagine it's going to be a mixed tag match where it's going to be Matt and Chelsea versus Shira and Rohit. I'm not hoping for that.
Shira versus Chelsea.
Right? Oh dear God, poor Shira.
Well,
she just has
Shira, you know what he's gonna be asking for.
Is it Odark? Because he's also owes my money?
Oh boy. Oh man. Good old Dark. So next we got Gia Miller with yes, sorry. We're on the fly here, folks.
They should sign up Rick for a one-off appearance just for he can give a woo to Gia Miller.
Right? Yeah. I mean, the car, the car shield commercials are one thing, but good old Rick. Gia Miller, Josh Alexander, talking about finding out who is the number 1 contender, and then it's interrupted by Daivari, and he says something to the effect of "You're really lucky I didn't get the win." Something like that.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah. So then, and Josh is like, "Hey,
to a match, yeah."
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, you want a shot? Let's do it."
He'll take on all comers.
So it sounds like we might get that next week. We might get Daivari versus Josh Alexander, and
that'd be nice. Nice match there. Daivari, just you don't even know he's around, and then he's there. He's in title matches. Daivari, who would have thought?
And some people would look at this and complain, like, "Well, why does he get a shot?" It's like, no, don't look at it like that. We are blessed to have a veteran like Daivari come back, be in shape like this. This is the point I'm making.
Yeah.
Okay. When Impact bring back veterans, they're not bringing back, a guy like this to stick up the joint and this guy.
I can turn it on anytime, Pat.
Come on,
no problem.
They're not bringing a guy, overweight.
He had all those donuts, but now look at him. He's behind you. Look at all the weight he lost.
Oh my God! It's like Atkins on crack. Atkins on crack, folks. That's start that hashtag. You never look better, Shark Boy. It's great. You're kicking that X division any day now.
Oh, and just we were talking about Joe Doring a second ago. Violet here says she found the Joe Doring cancer shirt, and if she did, if they're like available somewhere, I definitely like to know where, because they're not easy to find. But if she found this beautiful T-shirt,
it is. That is a great looking T-shirt.
and is sending it to somebody battling it. Kudos. Great to good luck to them. And obviously Joe Doering, he knocked it right out of that guy's head, his head. So good luck with that for sure.
Yes.
Best wishes.
Tremendous. Great shirt. So we're probably getting that next week, it looks like. Josh Alexander versus Daivari for the X Division title. Or is it just a match for a shot? Maybe that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's
what it might be. It might be. That's a valid point. We'll see what it turns into.
Yeah. So then we get the Fire and the Flava.
Oh, now versus Ellering and Jordynne.
Yes.
But we had a request earlier in the show for this, Jaybone.
Uh-oh.
Our very own Zach Bonifer.
Oh, boy.
Asked if we could match up our faces to the heads above us. So you got 2 and I got 2.
Oh, God.
Let's see if we can do. I get Fire and Flava. So I'm happy right now.
All right.
So I'm going to start with a little Tasha Steele here.
We're going to, let's see. I'm thick, Mama Pump.
Gooder.
And I have a great tag team partner in this. No, that's not.
That was more Monty Brown. I can't. I can't say period without doing a Monty Brown style.
Oh, God.
Are you turning heel, Jaybone?
I'm turning something. This is the best I have ever seen Jordynne Grace and Rachael Ellering work together. I mean, they even had the matching gear here.
Yeah.
They looked phenomenal. And it's not to take anything away from the Fire and Flava. We know what's going on here, sadly. And I know this is going to upset Trent deeply. And Truck even mentioned this. It's like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
So he's waiting for this, this Rachael Ellering turn. That's not going to happen, Trent. I hate to tell you.
That and monkeys might fly out of my butt.
Yeah, that too. And if there is medication for that, Bill.
No.
I don't know what, but I think there is.
Oh.
Dear God.
In my ass.
Yeah, that too. Thank you, Moose. Appreciate that. Good timing there. But this is also putting together that, they're starting to click, Grace and Ellering.
Oh, they're former Knockouts tag champs.
Yeah.
Looking good again.
But I really popped for the matching gear here.
No, that was big. The matching gear was like, okay, they're a team. No heel turns.
Yeah.
None of that chicanery is going to be going on. And they need it. They need to have more established teams because sadly we might be seeing the end of one. So we need to definitely lay a foundation here with more Knockouts tag teams.
Yeah, they kept on making sure that Tasha Steelz was just knocked out, and they kept just giving it to Hogan, and I don't remember who took the pin in this one.
This was, I think
it was Tasha.
Was it Tasha?
I think it was. And then Kiera came in the ring, and they were just kept giving each other. No, Rachael, she gave a black hole slam to Kiera. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. So, then Tasha gets in the ring. Well, Ellering and Jordynne Grace celebrate, and they leave. And Steelz is left there with Hogan. They both slowly get up. And they're kind of side-eyeing each other, and Kiera looks visibly upset because she can see the face on Tasha Steelz. And then out of nowhere appears who we are told is Sarah Evans.
Savannah Evans.
Oh, Savannah Evans. Okay, I misunderstood that. We'll write that down. Savannah Evans. And
White bonus baby here. Judas Priest. Savannah Evans is huge. I love the Judas Priest reference.
Jiminy Christmas. That's almost as good as Jiminy Christmas.
Judas Priest.
Judas Priest. Just towering over Kiera Hogan, and Savannah Evans just does a standing boot to the face of Kiera Hogan. Kiera knocking her out, and Tasha Steelz leaves with who is, we believe, is a new tag partner or new
something,
new muscle.
Yeah,
the hustle and the muscle, or whatever you want to call it. Wow. So
making an impact there.
No pun intended. The impact is all over Kiera's face with that boot. Yeah. Damn.
Mirror with the rundown here.
Sven Evans, 5'10", trained by George South, Caleb with a K, and Cedric Alexander. Not a bad bunch. So she's my height. She's my height. She's not 6'5" or something.
Well,
she just.
There's going to be very few women that are ever 6'5", J-Bud.
Well, I'm just saying.
If you're talking you're 6 foot, you're probably one of the taller women on a roster normally.
Right. It's just deceiving when you have, a lot of women on the roster, all similar in height to Kiera Hogan, Jordynne Grace, like that, and you don't think they're that short until you put them up against someone like this and realize that the taller one is 5'10". Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. It's like me standing next to, Brian Danielson. And
that's right, Jaybone. I like that. Very good.
He's did you like that? I changed that. He's billed.
I never did. I've never not called him Brian Danielson.
The American Dragon. He's billed at 5'10". I'm 5'10", and he's significantly shorter than me. So when I met him and had my arm around him,
it's
and we got
be
a
the
picture
shoes,
together.
Jaybone. It's got to be the shoes.
The shoes, the boots, something in the boots. Yeah. So standing on those boxes with Vinnie Mac, just like Andre. Oh shit. So yeah. Fire and the Flava, no more. It's now Tasha Steelz and Savannah Evans. I don't know if they're going to give that team a new name. I don't know if they already did, and I missed it on social media. We'll have to wait and see.
The Flava and the muscle?
If they steal the hustle and the muscle off of Rohit and Karma, oof.
Maybe. You never know.
Because that would make sense. I love that one. But we'll see. But yeah, let us know in the chat what you think of the debut of Savannah Evans.
Yes.
Can't wait to see. Now, I don't know if this is it for this is how they write her off, or if there's going to be a confrontation next week. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know how this is going to end, because, I mean,
whose uncle is this? If the 80s don't come back and get their uncle for real.
Thank you, ladies. We know how the story ends in the long run. We just don't know how it gets there, right?
Point A to point B.
Right? We have to wait and see. But we'll find out soon enough. Gia Miller. Woohoo! With Kazarian. Damn, just so good to have Kazarian back.
He's home.
Talking about how he's hunting the guys all the way to the impact zone. And then we get VBD knocking on Scott D'Amour's door, telling him, informing him that he or they are cashing in their rematch clause for the tag titles. And
titles.
And it,
Titles.
Terrifying. Stop that.
What's a title? Give me a title.
Want some belts? Doring just wants to chew on the leather. He's Stop. Get that nervous laugh.
It's by design, Jaybone.
Right. The Scott DeBoer telling them, he's like, well, you guys are absolutely have every right to do that, to get that rematch. He's like, but I had some guys in the office already that already beat you that want a shot at the tag titles. And out walk Rich Swann and Willie Mack.
That son of a bitch.
And exactly. So Scott D'Amore is like, well, yeah, so you can get that rematch, but it's not just going to be you guys. It's going to be a 3-way at Emergence for the tag titles.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm all for that. That's
got hair on your booty cheeks.
Oh. Thanks, Willie. That evil stare and the question of, all right, we continue. So what do you think about this, making it a 3-way between
no, it makes sense. Makes
Good
sense.
Brothers? Yeah.
That's going to be interesting because you have the Good Brothers, champs. Well, we assume the champs, unless Dark Order gets involved. And you got the former champs, Violent by Design. We don't know what iteration of Violent by Design is going to be facing the Good Brothers. But Mac and Willie, Mac and Rich, they've earned it. They've earned a shot. They had the run before Rich's injury. They've come back strong. So I think so. I think this is a little reshuffle in the tag division, and we'll see what happens. It could go any way, really, because the Good Brothers show, like right now for AEW, it makes sense for them to be champions, but they don't need titles. They're going to be over as one of your biggest acts without belts, so you don't have to have them with belts. They've already shown that they're willing to take it off them. So we'll see what happens. We could have a surprise here. So
yeah. As long as they're backing Kenny or doing something to that effect with Callis, they're always going to be over, doing some kind of goofy promo with somebody, But yeah, I'm very excited about that. Can't wait for that. Emergence is already really stacking up. Then we get Maclin in the ring versus someone who I was very excited to see. All these newcomers, to Impact Wrestling. If you're not familiar with JAH-C,
frontman
JAH-C, and if you did not watch the watch along, oh my goodness, go back and watch that part of the watch along. I popped through the roof when I saw Mr. JAH-C. But
too bad they didn't show his entrance. They showed him already in the ring, right? Like that's Because if you saw, because when he came out, I was popping.
Yeah. Yeah. Lakers with the fuck you, buddy. Absolutely. Yes. That's hilarious. So if you are not familiar with JAH-C, please go look up some of his matches on the YouTube. He is someone that I talk about almost on a weekly basis in Chicago's AAW. In fact, he has a match this Saturday. He is 1/4 of a 4-way going for the AAW Heritage title, I believe. And I'm very excited to see him in that ring. He is tremendous on the mic, very charismatic, great in the ring. Not sure where he's out of.
He's out of Minneapolis, and he's a graduate of that Black and Brave. Seth Rollins.
Yeah, AEW's getting a lot of Black and Brave guys.
So's Impact.
Yeah. So great. I hope we see him back. You know, I mean, he's a young guy. He's a young guy, and I'm not going to call him green because I think he's really talented. But it's great that they give him some experience here, even if it is
he could be a guy, if not on Impact's long-term radar, but like Sam Beal, he looks like a guy that I think you might want to maybe try that with, like maybe jump in early with. But that's a guy that could be a future rare gem collection because he's going to be somebody in the business.
Future money-making, homegrown talent.
Yeah. Guy that can talk like that, has a look, can work. He's got a future for sure.
See, Trent knows because Trent has worked with him personally in AEW.
Yeah, you can see him in AEW. He's been doing some stuff in GCW lately. He's starting to make the rounds. He's starting to show up on the real good indies. And now he's obviously showed up on Impact Wrestling. That's huge.
That is, and a pop for guys like Cal Hero out of OVE, by way of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, and
not Green Bay, Milwaukee. Doesn't have the same ring to it, Jay.
It's a little further south. It's got a couple lakes in the way. So yeah. Violet says hope to see him more. I'm sure we'll see him back. This is just this is how you pay your dues.
Yes, and we're not saying, but maybe this guy would say this.
I look like a young boy to you.
And I've said this before about JAH-C. He has one of the best looking T-shirts out there right now.
Yes, which he wore to the ring. He wore to the T-shirt, which was awesome.
Yeah. He got a rip off of him.
Wear your own shirt. Why not? We don't care. I love that.
Yeah. We'll just have
hopefully he sold more shirts because of it.
We'll just have Maclin shred it. But that's a shirt he was wearing. It's got it's a caricature of like a panther. Yeah, it's badass.
It reminds me a little bit of like an old Roddy Piper shirt.
Yeah.
He used to do the panther stuff.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Badass.
Like a good amount of color. It's also like simple and cool.
Yes.
So
very
cool T-shirt.
It pops.
I remember I noticed it when I was down in Florida for the collective because he was on I'm trying to remember which show it was, exactly what show he was on, but I saw the shirt on his merch stand. I'm like, that's a cool shirt, man.
Yeah. But yeah, we also should talk about Maclin here. He's just destroyed him. Roughed him up like a boss. And I'm really digging the development of Maclin and the fact that he said at the homecoming that he's coming after everybody in the X division. He wants to work his way up the ranks, and it looks like because Petey went out after him after the match to try to save Ja from getting beat down even more. He went out there with a chair. So I like where this is going. There's going to be probably a match at Emergence is my guess between Petey Williams and Maclin. And that's going to be just the first step Macklin's going to take, against a veteran like him.
I guess wait. Now, like, what's the chat think about this? Because we already talked earlier about Jake something in the X division, and with Steve Maclin last week, we're seeing him kind of entering his way into the X division. That's definitely bringing a new look and feel to the X division. Josh Alexander is champion. Guys like Jake something and Steve Maclin in this division. This is getting nasty. This division.
Yeah, it's not someone call it it's just the flippy dippy stuff. It's
not flippy dippy.
No, it's hard hitting. It's ass kicking. So, Violet does not like Maclin. Yeah, well, if you don't like him, you're supposed to boo him. That's okay. I like it because it's something refreshing. I'm just putting this
together right now. Are you wearing a backwards hat? Are you do-ragging me here tonight?
No, it's a backwards hat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Impact hat. All right.
Yeah, it is an Impact hat.
All right, I couldn't tell because it's got like the fitted hat back, so you were throwing me off there. I didn't know what was going on.
I like
bandana.
No, I gotta switch it up every once in a while. You know, this these get a little warm, but I do like the hat. You know, so
it's a good hat.
And by the way, you can get hats at the link in the description. 15% off. I know I'm plugging a bunch of shit tonight. TNI's got a new merch shop for hats, mugs, bags, tank tops, all sorts of stuff. Phone cases, stickers, all sorts of stuff. At the spread. Yes, that's the one. Thank you. 15% off for the next 2 weeks. So for this week and next week, 15% off as a new store opening. So go check that out. Lots of different merch. And we got the TNI and the TNI UK brands on there as well.
Very nice. Very nice.
So, and one thing I want to point out is there is a lot more merch that is available, but I only put out so much. So if you're looking for something specific, let me know. Hit me up personally. Because I can adjust stuff. If you're looking for something, you can also customize stuff on the shop, which is great. You know, might cost a little more, but it's worth it.
We might have the first request here from Zach Bonifer. Can we get any cowbells with the TNI logo?
You'll have to talk to Trent about that.
He's got a fever, J-Bone. He's got a fever. And he needs cowbell. I got a fever for cowbell.
He's got a fever for the cowbell. God. Christopher Walken. God bless him. Tremendous. Love it. So, yeah, I can't wait to see that. That's going to be coming soon. Maclin versus Petey Williams. Tennille Dashwood. One of the most awkward segments on the show, but awkward, you know, for funny reasons. Tennille Dashwood with her show with Caleb with a K, sporting the neck brace again. Great to see.
Love the neck brace.
Love the neck brace. I missed it. I mean, I always popped for it before because it reminded me of an old school, you know, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Always pop for that. Love it. And,
yeah, I go, but you're right. Heenan's a good one. I go Kaufman.
Oh, there you go.
When I go neck brace,
that goes back a little further, but yes, yeah, he wore one too. Yeah. Caleb with a K and with the neck brace, and they bring out Dr. Ross.
Dr. Ross,
everybody's favorite doctor on the show. Don't ask Mark about the doc. Anyways, little zinger there.
I'll give you a prescription.
Oh, dear God. Dr. Ross comes out, and it's just incredibly awkward because he's like, well, what am I doing here? You know? And there's, oh, you're supposed to ask us a question. He's like, I'm supposed to ask you a question. What are you talking about? Joel Gertner, king of the neck brace.
Honestly, Guillermo, after I do think Kaufman, but I might think Gertner next because he, as an ECW guy, he was king of the neck brace.
Oh yeah. Well, he had a different level of charisma that went along with that too. But yeah, a lot of fun.
The quintessential stud muffin.
The quintessential stud muffin. Good stuff there. So that just gets awkward with Dr. Ross out there, and Scott D'Amore lovingly relieves him from his duty there of sitting on the couch during this. Scott D'Amore just wedges his way in there, gives Caleb with a K a little slap on the back there. It just, oh man, he's just roughing up Caleb with a K with the sore neck, sore upper torso there. Oh man, just hilarious. He's like, wow, just great to see you, Caleb, and just keeps slapping him. So Scott D'Amore, I'm trying to remember how how this goes. He informs Tennille Dashwood about
the
Taylor
match
Wilde.
next week. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a match next week. Yeah. And Tennille Dashwood not digging this, of course. And, of course, who's not digging it even more is Caleb with a K, because Scott D'Amore just keeps on with the slaps. What'd you think of the Tennille Dashwood show tonight?
Oh, I always fan about All About Me show. So it's always good to see Tennille. I'll tell you what, Dad, I think I know why Scott was there. I have a feeling his office is also the set of said show. They have that same plan, or there's a lot of these rubber tree plants hanging around.
Oh, yes.
Skyway Studios. But no, it was good. It was good. We're advancing. We're seeing what's going on with Tennille and Taylor. I'll be interested to see how this all gets paid off, because I do feel there's a Tennille push coming.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, she had a shot at the title.
She did.
And that was good to see. And it seems like she's
getting some new gear. Like there's something going on there. I think there's more. Stay tuned, Tennille.
It's more than meets the eye with Tennille Dashwood. Yeah. And and Caleb's got the gimmick again, so it's just going to be more creative.
Correct. That's the joke. It's the same as Zach said as locker room talk.
Yeah. Well,
no changes made.
Didn't he say something about that?
I believe yes, that was locker room talk did come up during this.
Yeah, he made a comment to that as Scott D'Amore was leaving, or something about that. Yeah, which is funny. So, something about not wanting the stuff back or something. As far as
pretty much the same
parts of the set, yeah, something like that. Then we get the main event here, big main event. Good Brothers with Kenny Omega flanked with Callis, Don Callis, if you will, against a returning to the Impact Zone, Frankie Kazarian. Oh, Frankie Elite Hunter, Kazarian, Sami Callihan, and Eddie Edwards. One of the most unique tag teams you'll ever see on Impact Wrestling. What'd you think of this?
Great match. The main event. Well, I guess this wasn't the main event, was it? I guess it was.
Well, yeah, it was the main event.
Yeah. But it was loaded.
It's not what ended the show.
It's not what ended the show. That's the thing.
But as far as the main
show, but it was the main event.
Yeah.
But great to see all these guys together. Obviously, anytime you got Kenny going in a match, you got eyes tuned in. But Eddie and Sami, the great rivalry. But you know what's even better than a great rivalry? Partnership. And they got along for the most part here. And Frankie added to it there. I know you reacted, and they're live. That sick bump that Kenny took, that pile driver on the apron.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
And I wasn't sure how much of the camera was going to get of it, because I had a real good view of that. Yeah. And Kenny walking off, but that hurt Kenny. Kenny was hurt.
Oh yeah, he didn't.
Like I don't know, like he might have just went back and been like, "Oh yeah, I'm a little sore, whatever." But it was rough.
Yeah, he fell, and Callis knelt down next to him, and they were mumbling back and forth. And I don't know if it was just him just selling it. But
well, I don't, because I wasn't sure if the camera was even focused on them that much during all that. So I was like, "Oh, are they doing this all off camera?" Or it was for like it could have been a little sell, but it looked like it hurt. It was a good sell if it did.
Yeah, I think it was just a good sell, because it did. It did while he was on it. That's the hardest part of the ring.
Hardest part of the ring, Jaybo. Come on.
Which is what Sami is famous for. We've seen so many opponents take that bump on the hardest part of the ring. But yeah, everybody got their stuff in on this one. A big win for the good guys tonight. It really was. Poor was it Karl Anderson taking the pin again? keeping the champ looking strong in a sense. But yeah, Kazarian, Callihan, and Edwards get the win here. And they're celebrating, or at least Edwards is celebrating in the ring, and all of a sudden he gets clobbered.
Oof.
Absolutely clobbered by a pissed off Morrissey. This
Revenge
one
is a dish best served cold.
Yeah, so celebration does not last long. Clobbers Eddie Edwards, and sadly, because everyone, it took a lot out of him in this match. No one really came to the rescue. I mean, you could see
the heart and soul.
You could see Callihan was like on the apron at the end, as Morrissey was exiting the other way. But Callihan really didn't do too much. But I mean, that's just like, oh, okay, well, they tagged together, they behaved, and that's where it ends. So, but he got his licks in on Kenny. I think that was the biggest part of this.
Yeah. That was the focus for him. Kenny, hurting Kenny was his issue, not helping Eddie. They're still not buddies. Even though they work together this night, they're not friends.
I think there's a level of respect there. That's it.
Uh-oh. Jaybone's taking over for Trent with the Sami impressions.
Mine is
might get in trouble with the death machine.
Mine is not as good. I will say that.
We will never be friends.
Oh, Trent just jumped in the chat here. I knew I was going to be in trouble. Oh no, I'm not in trouble. He says, I said, oh, there's a mention of an After Dark.
Ooh.
What do you think, Bill? Yeah, you up for a late one?
Oh, maybe. We might be able to pull it off. We're going pretty swimmingly here.
Yeah. We're just wrapping this up here. I think we're closing in on 2 hours, which is cozy especially for this review.
Gotta.
I have seen that penis.
I don't know where that. I don't know. So I guess it happens on After Dark.
What's going on here?
Oh, I don't think we're going to wrap it up like that. My God. I think we're going to have to add another tier for the Patreon level for that one. So, okay, it looks like we're going to have an After Dark incoming post show here for the Patreons. And for those of you who are not signed up and would so like to, it's right. Where is it? There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Patreon.com/We Talk Impact. So we want to thank everyone who has contributed to that in the beginning stages of all this, staying patient with us as we kick out the new original goofy ass content. So
the goofy ass content.
Yeah.
And a big shout out. I think they were shouted out on Tuesday, but shout out to our good friends, our listeners in Uganda, who are putting us high up in the ratings.
Really? Again?
Well, last week. Still giving them credit.
What did we hit?
Well, what we hit 2 or 3. I think it was 3 actually last in the charts.
Top 5, really?
Top 5.
Number 3 in Uganda and number 1 in your hearts.
For Kamala.
Hey, shout out. Rest in peace, Kabbalah. There we go. Amazing. So, any final thoughts on this as we get the heck out of here?
No. Well, once again, great show. And then, obviously, Morrissey standing tall. He lost the match at Homecoming, but still looking like a badass. There you go. Number 3 in the iTunes sports charts.
Thank you.
But no, great show. Looking forward to next week. We'll see what happens.
So, yeah. Loaded show. And it was really kind of hard to see where this was going to go, especially after a tournament like something a little different, like Homecoming. But we are certainly amped up, pardon the pun, heading towards
Jeff Jarrett released. Available. Amped. Homecoming.
Free agent. Could he be bound for glory? Oh, sorry, I'll stop.
There you go.
We'll be here all night, folks.
It'll be a Slammiversary of good things.
Dear God. So I'm not as good as Trent is at all of this, but all the links are in the description of the video. The Patreon, the merch shops, Pro Wrestling Tees. Oh, where is it here? Where is it? I had it ready here. Here it is. We've got the 20% off sale. Pro Wrestling Tees. Keyword or promo code, summertime. From the 4th through the 7th, 20% off wrestling merchandise. And free USA shipping on orders over $150. And oh my God, if anybody buys over $150 worth of our merchandise, boy, you are something else.
That's committed, or they should be committed.
Dude, like me. Yeah, that's a Patreon content talking about that escape. But anyways, so for this guy over here, Bill, thank you so much for joining, especially from the road and getting home safe. I am Jaybone. Don't forget on your way out to smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Why?
Ring it
so
again.
That let you know when more of our content hits your screen. We're out of here, folks. We'll see you on the After Dark, where you don't know what's going to happen. You could be Dr. Evil sounding like a crackhead on the corner. We'll have to wait and see. Good night, folks.